Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to our 60-minute resistance band class. Today, we are going to be working only with our resistance bands and some body weight efforts today. So you will need a loop band. If you have one, great. If you don't, you can use an open-ended band and just tie it when we get to that point in our class. If you do have a loop band, though, go ahead and grab it because it'll be much quicker to kind of transition in and out so that you don't have to untie your bands unless you have one that you've kind of designated as your loop band. Make sure that your area around you is trip free so that your area is clear and that's safe, and make sure you've got some water next to you. And of course, let's make sure we got our smiles on our faces today. We're going to hit the road running. We're going to start off with some dynamic movement. Let's begin by taking a few nice big breaths in, feet hip distance apart, bend the knees, sweep the arms, just kind of get ourselves here today. Beautiful. Just kind of tuning into the body, kind of shaking the night off. Nice big inhales and nice big exhales. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Feel that breath entering the belly. Breathe out. Release. Release the shoulders. Release the jaw. Release the eyes. Fantastic. Let's do one more. We're going to keep those arms extended above our head, reaching tall. Press those feet into the floor. Drop the shoulders. Reach the right hand to the side. Gentle lateral bend. Just come into it. Not too heavy, not too hard. Beautiful. On your next inhale, sweep that right arm up, left arm down. Open up to the other side. Beautiful. Come back through center. Both arms reach. Let's swim the arms behind us. Open up the chest. Roll the shoulder blades. Give that chest a nice little opening. Beautiful. Looking great. Excellent. Go ahead. Swim those arms all the way forward. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms away from you. Round the chest. Drop the chin. Relax the back of the neck here. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and lift the chin, release the arms. Let's do some hip circles here. If you can, balance into one foot. If you need to, rest a hand on a wall. Go ahead and take that right knee. We're just going to do some gentle hip rotations. You don't need to use your hand if you don't want to. I actually went for it. I don't know why, but just kind of moving through that hip joint. Beautiful. Good. Let's go ahead and switch that direction. Kind of feel how it feels in the other way. Maybe feel a little knocking in that hip joint. Kind of just explore, see how it feels. Nice job. And let's go ahead and set that right foot down. Beautiful. Let's go for the other side, way into that right foot. Just some gentle leg circles here. Beautiful. Kind of noticing one side versus the other. Just being curious about that. Kind of feel that movement. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and reverse that direction. Other way. Nice job. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and set that foot down. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and shake that off. And we're going to go into a little bit of lateral movement next. So we're going to set our right foot out to the side here. We're going to just do a little bit of dynamic movement to a lateral lunge here. So feet facing forward, hips are going to kick back is going to be long, and then press back up. So bend and stretch. We're really trying to keep the hips back, abs are pulled in, knees are tracking with our two big toes, and we're really pressing into that quad. But on the bend, we're giving that inner thigh a nice little stretch here. Back is long, being careful to keep the back where it needs to be. We're not creating any arches in the back here. Nice job. Stay with me for another 5 more seconds. Then we're going to hold this stretch and give that inner thigh a nice little bit of love here this morning. Let's go ahead, bend in and hold. Kind of just give that inner thigh, kind of relax the leg here. Fantastic. Press into that right foot. Come on up. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. One side might feel really different than the other. My right leg is like a totally different, almost part of my body. It feels so different to my left. And I really kind of just bring that awareness to my body. Just curious, kind of having that inquisitive kind of perspective on it, kind of working it each time I approach my fitness with that kind of curious mind. Beautiful. Let's hold here for another 5 more seconds. So we're going to hold that nice dynamic stretch here, or that inner thigh stretch. We're doing the dynamic movement now. Let's go ahead and bend down and hold. Give that inner thigh a nice little stretch here. Fantastic. Press into that left leg. Now from here, let's turn those feet outwards, heels in. We're just going to do some sumo squats here, working a bit more of the glutes and the quads. We'll use a bit of the arms. As we reach, we'll bend down into the knees, reach the arms, alternating between the two. Beautiful. Just creating a little bit of heat here. Remember, warm-ups are all about that building of heat, kind of that preparation mode. It's like when we're preparing a meal, we get everything kind of ready and then we go into it, right? We cook everything, we mix everything up. We do the heavy lifting after we've done all that cutting and all that. We get it all ready. That's what we're doing here, just prepping. Nice job. Beautiful. Keep going. We'll pick up that tempo in 5, just a little bit more. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just that little bit, that little inch more. Beautiful. To create a little bit more heat. Nice job. Stay with me for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. Here we go. Beautiful. Excellent. Now we're going to take into a little bit of hip extension next. Just march it out for another 10 more seconds. Get those arms in it. Pull up those knees. Nice job. Looking great, David. Well done. All right, let's go ahead and line those feet, and we're going to go into our hip extension. Bend those knees. Karate chop from the hips. Bring the feet in a little bit closer. Right leg only, reach and back to base. Reach, back to base. We're going to invite the arm in for a little shoulder extension next. Right now, I want you to focus. Neutral spine, glutes are engaged, abs are gently pulled in. You're nice and tall through the spine, even though you're bent over. You've got that nice long spine. Head is stacked up on the rest of the body. Shoulders are square. Beautiful. Stay with me here for 5. We're going to bring that arm in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reach, back to base. Beautiful. A lot of work going on that left leg. Try and hold on with me. We got 10 more seconds. We'll march it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Nice job. Beautiful. Fantastic. Pull up through those knees. Move those arms. Excellent work. All right, going into at hip extension on the other side. Land those feet. Karate chop from the hips. Bend in from the knees. Left leg only. Beautiful. Maybe you feel a little gentle change in the breathing here. That's cool. That's all right. That's all good. Beautiful. All right, keep with me for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Then we're going to bring that arm in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reach in, reach in. That's it. Beautiful. That's it. Keep it steady here. You've got it. Well done. Awesome. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Well done. Fantastic, everyone. Beautiful. All right, let's finish up with some arm circles and marches. Arms to a strong T, arm circles, pull up those knees. I want them a little higher here. Use those core muscles. Medium-sized circle here. I want you tall. Gaze is forward, not down, not up. Keep that head aligned. Beautiful. Looking great. That's it. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse that direction. Looking great. Awesome. Beautiful. You got it. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax those arms. Nice job, everyone. Fantastic. Excellent. All right, let's reconvene in about 30 seconds. Grab your water. Make sure you have everything you need. We're going to start with a squat, squat, walk, walk, squat, squat, walk, walk. Just body weight on this one. And I just do want to say to you that if you're at home, either watching this later or right now, and you want to add something to this, I know I didn't include dumbbells in today's workout because it's resistance band training, but if you've got one and you want to add a little extra by adding a dumbbell, that's absolutely up to you. I'm doing body weight. So I'm just adding that on, throwing it out there because some people want to add a little bit more. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to come down for a squat, squat, walk, walk, squat, squat, walk, walk. So you'll notice I'm in a squat position the whole time. Quads and glutes are going to be fired up the whole time. Hamstrings are going to be working the whole time. So let's get our squats going. 2 squats, 2 walks, 2 squats, 2 walks. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, squat. Stay in that squat position. Walk, walk, squat, squat, walk, walk. Here we go. Keep it going. Beautiful. 15 seconds in already. Fantastic. Beautiful. Tall through the body. Kind of in this squat position the whole time. Beautiful. Looking great. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Fantastic. Excellent work. Beautiful. Next, grab your band. We're going to be doing a pulling of the sword. So I've got an exceptionally long band here today. So we're going to be holding on with our left hand, our band at our hip. Right arm is going to be extended kind of forward. And it's almost as if you're going to be pulling that sword out of its holster and then coming back in, okay? No rotation through the upper trunk, just the arm. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So make sure you've got some good resistance in the band. I don't want it to go slack. So if you need to tighten that band, make sure you do. Pull up that arm. Everything stays nice and neutral here. Good. So David, if you can make your band a little bit more tight, a little bit more resistance, you're kind of going to bring that arm all the way forward and extend it all the way above, kind of in a diagonal position here. Good. That's it. Look good. Keep that arm nice and long, not locked, just long. Beautiful. We got 10. Looking great. Good. We got 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Fantastic. Excellent. Working posterior deltoid, anterior deltoid. Really great work. All right. Same thing on the other side. Give those shoulders a little wiggle and a little jiggle. All right. Right hand is here at that hip. So you've got it kind of glued here. The left arm is going to extend here. We're going to pull all the way forward across the chest, back into base. Make sure it doesn't go slack here. Here we go. Nice job. Now, remember, if you're dealing with any shoulder issues and you have to modify, maybe you need to go down a little bit lower. Maybe that feels better. Maybe you do have to add some slack in there just to give a little bit of break. Just kind of work within that range that feels good for you. Good. 20 seconds. Exhale, pull up. Beautiful. Looking great. Good. That's awesome. Beautiful. We got about 12 seconds left to go here. Nice job. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Well done. Excellent job. Shake that off. Beautiful. Give those shoulders a little break. All right. So we're going to be moving into a lunge with a bicep curl. I want to give you a heads up. We're going to be doing 2 different bicep curls because we're going to be doing 1 set of bicep curls on one side of the leg, and then we're going to move over to the other side. So we're going to start off with a hammer curl bicep curl. So I'm going to take my right foot into the strap and I'm going to set it underneath the ball of my foot to make sure I've got that good grounding of the band underneath me. I'm going to take my left foot out. Now, wherever you're at today, maybe you want to do a low lunge, maybe you want to do a high lunge. It is entirely up to you. This is our first one of the day. Maybe hips are feeling a little tight. So just find that range that works for you. Hammer curl, you're going to be holding that band like a coffee cup. So palms are going to be neutral, elbows are going to be stuck to the sides here. We're going to stay in that lunge position as we come into our bicep curls, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, hammer curls. Nice and tall. Make sure that front knee is stacked right on top of that ankle. Good. Nice job. So if you have an open-ended band, you'll have the band, you'll see, in both hands. So you're going to hold one side of the band in the right and the other side in the left, holding that kind of lunge position here. Again, doesn't have to be a low lunge. It could be a high lunge. Maybe both feet are down to the ground, but that front knee is bent. Just kind of working it out here. Got about another 5 more seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good job. Let's go ahead and we're going to switch sides. So now I'd like you to bring your left foot into the band here. Now, for those of you at home that have bands with handles, honestly, those would be ideal for here, especially if they're short enough so that you have some room. But if you're like me and I have this open-ended band, I'm going to take the band and I'm going to bring my palms forward this time. Come into the lunge on the other side, and I'm going to do a bicep curl this way. Still working that same muscle group, just changing kind of the positioning of the hands here. The handle bands are quite nice because obviously you have something to kind of grip onto, but these are just as effective. Nice job. Stay here. You're looking great. Beautiful. So it's got that little bit of that isometric work right in that lunge. Beautiful. 10 seconds left. Nice. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Well done. Excellent work. Good job. Give those arms a little wiggle. Fantastic. All right. So we worked the biceps. Now we're going to work the triceps. So the back of the arms here, we're going to take it into an overhead tricep extension. Now, a couple of options here. Option 1 is if your band is too short, you can kind of come back into a little bit of a lunge and do a kickback, okay? If that feels, especially if your band, I've got an exceptionally long band, so I have some room to take it overhead. However, if you don't, this can be an option, okay? Option 2, this would be a little bit more difficult for the arm, for some, not for all, is if you grab one hand and you're kind of holding it and you're going to press up with that arm, that opposite arm. And what I'll do is call it out halfway so you could switch. The last option, which is the option I'm going to do, is I'm going to set both feet on my band, resting it underneath the ball of my foot, and I'm going to take the band behind me. And I'm going to stack my hands and I'm going to frame my crown and I'm going to kick it up, okay? So you choose whatever version you want today. Make sure your core is nice and engaged, nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is halfway, I'm going to call out to switch hands. So if you're doing that kind of grip behind the low back with one arm and you're doing a single arm tricep extension right now, you'll switch sides. If you're doing the exact version that I'm doing right now, I want you to take that top hand, that top fist, and bring it below the hand that's below it, okay? Here we go. Switch sides. So if you need to, maybe you switch hands from top to bottom. Maybe you're switching sides altogether. Here we go. Other side. Beautiful. Good. We got 10, 9. Excellent. 6, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Beautiful work. Shake those arms. Holy moly. Fantastic. Awesome. Alrighty, this is where we're going to get into our loop band work today. So we're going to be doing 3 different efforts for our glutes. So we're going to take the loop band and we're going to set the loop band midway between the ankle and the knee, not directly on any joint. So I'm going to have it kind of at my calves here today. We're going to start off with some lateral lifts. So we're going to weigh into one leg and we're going to do some lateral lifts. Feet are going to be flexed. We're going to be balancing into that left leg. We're going to be doing a minute. So 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other for these next 2 efforts, okay? So standing tall, you can weigh into one foot, place a hand on a wall, flex into that right or left foot, whichever you want to start with. 3, 2, and 1. Open and close. So we've got some great balance work here. And you want to maybe see if you can just play around with letting that leg hover. So just trying to stay nice and kind of balanced into that left leg. So you're not letting that right leg kind of come down to the ground. Beautiful. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and set. Shift sides, way into that other leg. You got to put some resistance in the band so it doesn't slip down. Flex into the other side and lift and lower. Nice and tall through that body. Maybe set a hand on the wall so you're not teetering side to side. You got it. That's it. A lot of glute work here. We want to keep those glutes strong because they keep our pelvis, and we want to keep our core strong because we want to keep our pelvis aligned. A lot of low back issues, a lot of hamstring issues, knee issues are often, I don't want to say often, sometimes associated with a weak glute. And you think, oh my God, I use my glutes all the time. But actually sometimes, and I'm actually speaking from experience here, I actually use my hamstrings more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Nice job. Fantastic. Whoo, that was quite something, wasn't it? Next job. All right, great job, everyone. Next, we're going to be coming down to our knees. So if you have something, if you have a hard surface and you need something underneath your knees, go ahead, take a blanket, something down. We're going to take the band and set it above the knees for these. We're going to do sunbirds, and we're working the glute maximus here. So come down onto the floor, all fours position here. So tall through the spine. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring that band over the knees, and our back is going to be long here. We're going to flex into that right foot, and then we're going to do our sunbirds here. So as we're going to lift, we're going to be working that glute max. And I also want you to keep your core nice and engaged as well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Flex that foot. And I'm not going to let my leg come down all the way. I'm just going to kind of gently make it to where my hip and my knee are aligned, and my knee is going to come down halfway. So we're about 15 seconds in on this side. We're going to switch it up for the other side. Keep that foot flexed. If your toe is pointed, you're kind of giving the back of that leg a little bit of a break. The more we flex into that heel, the more you fire up the hamstrings and the glutes. All right, go ahead and set that foot down, way into that knee, and then go ahead, flex in the other side. Sunbird it up on the other side. Keep that 90-degree angle. Don't change the angle of the knee here. You're basically holding that whole angle the whole time. Beautiful. 12 seconds to go. Nice job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Take a little glute break here. Well done. Beautiful. All right, our last effort that we're going to do are going to be some bridges. So we're going to come onto our back. And we're going to do some core right from here. So we're going to keep our band exactly where it is right now. And we're going to come onto our back and keep our knees bent here. So I'm going to give you a variation. It's entirely up to you. If you want to take it, you can leave it as well. So feet are hip distance apart, or enough so that you have some resistance in the band and the band is not kind of sliding up and down. We're going to rest our hands to the side. We're going to press in, lift ourselves up into a bridge. This is option one. You lower and lift from here, maybe all the way down, maybe halfway down. The other option is once we get to here, we open, close, and then lower halfway down. Okay, that's going to be a little bit more intense. You get to choose what you want. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift, open, close, halfway down. Lift, open, close, halfway down. Now, remember, this is optional. Maybe you're just going to be doing some bridges, working, coming all the way down to the ground, or you're coming halfway down and you're avoiding this opening and closing part. That's totally cool. Nice job. So again, lots of glute work, but also core work. We're strengthening the back of our body as well. Nice job. We've got about 7 seconds left. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest all the way down. Fantastic. Beautiful. Take a little break here. Pull those knees in towards the chest. Keep your band exactly where it's at right now. Give your low back a little stretch. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to keep that left knee in towards the chest, extend the right. Keep that band where it's at. Switch legs, bring that right knee in, extend the left. And then switch. Keep that head down and switch. And switch. And switch. Keep that resistance in the band. If your band starts to loosen, I want you to focus on keeping some resistance. So don't let that band kind of let itself go here. Keep the resistance the whole time. Good job. Now we're going to lift our upper body up. Here we go. Lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, lift and switch and switch and switch and switch and switch. You've got it. Keep it going. Next, we're going to take our hands behind our head for 15 seconds. Hold. Legs only. Kick and pull it in. Neutral spine. Work that core. Pull that knee in. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And set your feet down. Come all the way down. Keep your hands behind your head. Nice job, everyone. Keep your spine neutral. Look down. Make sure your hip bones are not tilted down towards the floor or arching, overly arching towards the sky. So you've got a flat surface around your pelvis area. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, lift. Crunches. Here we go. Nice and even pace here. Keep that breath nice and at the forefront of your effort here. So it's important that you breathe. Find that exhale as you lift. Find that inhale as you lower. That's it. Looking great. Beautiful. Don't let the head do the work here. Just the core. You've got 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent job. Beautiful. All right. Now, option number 1 is going to be rotations with that band. Feet rest down to the floor. Option 2, we go into full bicycle. You choose what you want. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Make sure you're pulling it. So this time we're inviting that rotation, right? First round, we were just kind of pulling the knee in, getting that core fired up. Now we've got that rotation, working those obliques. Beautiful. 20 seconds in. Make sure your boat is nice and solid here. You're docked. So you're not rocking side to side here. Sacrum is down. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent work. Beautiful. Fantastic. Excellent. We're going to finish this particular set, our core set, with some extension. I always include extension because it's important to find that balance. So we're going to come on to our tummies and we're going to do a swan dive prep. So hands are going to rest at the sides of your body. I'm going to just keep my band on because I'm not going to take it off right now, but we'll take it off in a moment. So go post the arms. So you've got a W shape, elbows beneath the shoulders, gaze is down to the floor. Find that nice placement, either inner thighs squeezed together or feet hip distance apart, gaze is down to the floor. Shoulders roll back and down. I want you to pull up through the core, lift up through the glutes. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So you're working that shoulder. Don't let your head cock up. Let the head kind of follow along with the journey. Shoulders are back and down. Find that lift through the heart. Beautiful. Now you want to keep your core engaged here and your glutes engaged because you want that back to be protected. Beautiful. And don't feel like you got to come up high. Kind of just explore what feels good for you. Good. So for the next 5 to 10 seconds, I want you to use a little less effort of the hands and a little more work in the back body. See if you can soften that grip towards the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come on back. Press your hands into the floor. Shift your hips back. Take a little counter stretch. Nice job, everyone. Excellent work. All right, that was our set. So we're going to make our way up to standing. We can go ahead and take our band off if you do have one on. Take it off. Woo. Excellent work. And we're going to make our way up to standing. So whenever you're ready, we're coming back to the squat, squat, walk, walks. No resistance, just body weight, unless you want to add that dumbbell or something if you want to add a little extra. Excellent work. All right, so we're going to be doing 45, 15. I'm going to get through another round. Make sure you listen to your body. All right, we know what we got to do now. Now let's just grab onto it and let's do it. So let's get ready in 15 seconds. We're going to start with the squat, squat, walk, walk, squat, squat, walk, walk. Making sure you kind of stay in that squat position the whole time. All righty, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Squat, squat. Stay here. Walk, walk, squat, squat, walk, walk. Now remember, I'm kind of calling it out, but this is your workout. So if you want to slow it down or pick it up, go for it. Beautiful. That's it. Looking great. All right, we're already 30 seconds in. We got 15 left. Beautiful. Nice and steady here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Fantastic rest. Excellent work, everyone. Great job, Jane. Great job, Jean. Awesome, Macy. Well done, David. All right, we got those pulling of the swords next. So pull from that sword. I don't know. I always think of gladiator here. Pull from that sword. So we're going to hold it right at the hips. Nice firm grip with that balance, that kind of that anchor. You're going to take that arm. And again, we're kind of following that lift. Upper body is not rotating. We're tall. Just working that shoulder, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Nice and long. Take your time. Find that beautiful breath, that nice big inhale and exhale. That's it. Well done. Great work. Such a great strengthening effort for the shoulders. Always think about that in the winter. I mean, I think about it all the time, but winter specifically, because if we're fall, God forbid, that's what we're going to land on, right? We're going to land that wrist down to the floor. It's going to work that shoulder. So we want those shoulders to be strong. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Awesome. I always think about that when I take my dogs out in the winter because they're pulling me all over the place, especially when they see another dog. So I'm really careful. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, open. In fact, this morning we had to dodge someone who didn't realize I wear reflective gear because where we live, it's very dark when there's no daylight or no moon. And so nobody sees you, and it's pretty dangerous. And this morning when I took the dogs out, it was still very dark, so I wear reflective gear. But this person did not even see where I was. And there was a huge puddle that collects in front of our house. And oh my gosh, he or she drove right through that puddle. A massive splash got my big dog. She kind of wondered where it came from. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. She didn't pull me though, thankfully. All right, great job, everyone. We're going to be going back into our lunges. So high lunge, low lunge, starting off with those hammer curls to begin. Then we're going to turn that grip and we're going to switch legs and do our bicep curl. Just a little bit of that different shifting changes that work effort. So we're working one bicep muscle and then we're going to work the other. So let's go ahead and bring that right foot in. Take that left foot back, bending into that front leg. Again, a little bit of balance work here. So you want to establish that nice firm grounding underneath your feet. Shoulders are going to pull back nice and tall through the body. 3, 2, 1, hammer curl. Make sure you've got enough resistance to work on. And also, I want you to remember, resistance on the lift, resistance on the lower. You're working against that desire to pull you back down, kind of spring those arms back down. That's what I love about resistance band training, because you actually really work it on both concentric and eccentric movements. You're kind of finding that control of movement here. Beautiful. 15 seconds. Besides the fact that they're super versatile and easy to transport on vacation. 10. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent work. Beautiful. All right, let's take that left foot in. Right foot's going to come back into that low lunge. This time we're going to turn that rotation of the wrist up, and we're going to hold that band, and we're going to do our bicep curl, kind of like a traditional bicep curl. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job. Try and stay tall through the body here. So if you're leaning forward and rounding, I want you to think about growing tall. Pull up through that ab, pull up through the abs, pull up through the back of the neck, drop the shoulders, really ground in and find that focal point ahead of you. 15 seconds. Nice. Got it. Looking great. 10. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Well done. Beautiful. Fantastic work. Excellent. All right, so we've got our tricep overhead extensions. We've got 2 options for those. Remember, we can do a tricep kickback if that works best for you. You can hook on one hand, kind of one behind, and then you'll switch sides. Or both hands are on and you're stacking the hands with fists, and then you're going to switch positioning of your fists, okay? Halfway, and I'll call it out. So let's take those 2 balls of the feet, bring it back. I'm going to do this version again. You choose what works best for you. Remember, this is so important. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good. So halfway, we're going to switch. Beautiful. Excellent. Let's get ready to switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch either your palms, your fists, your top wrist now comes down, or you're switching sides. 3, 2, 1, other side. Here we go. So let's say you're doing this overhead tricep extension and typically what happens is we start with our dominant side on top, right? Just kind of naturally go there. But now we might have that other side. And I want you to focus on making sure that other side's doing its equal share of work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Nice job. Fantastic. Relax those arms. Beautiful work. Well done. All right, let's take that band, set it down to the floor. We're coming back into our lateral leg lifts. So grab your band, and we're going to go right into that glute work again. All right, so again, if you have a loop band, great, let's use that. If you have an open-ended band, you could tie it around the shin area. Make sure you keep resistance in the band the whole time. Now, I want to just remind you, when we're doing this type of work, whether it's a glute kickback or a lateral raise, remember, we don't want to tilt, because now we're not really getting into that glute. We're kind of facilitating a lateral bend, which is awesome for the core. However, we're really trying to focus on that glute medius and minimus. So we want to stay tall, and we want to stay also nice and kind of statuesque in the upper part of the body. Okay, here we go. Flex into that right foot, lift and lower. And don't feel like you've got to go too heavy here on the resistance. Also, make sure it's not around your knees. I want you to make sure you have no torque or no force on the joints. That's so important. That looks good. Beautiful. Small lift. Doesn't have to be huge. That's it. Beautiful. You can feel that glute probably firing up here. Love that glute work. Beautiful. Nice job. If you're feeling like a palm tree on a windy day, don't stress about it. That's why we do this work, right? We're working those balancing stabilizers. We're working our balance. So it's absolutely okay. Some days are worse than other days, right? Just the way it is. 3, 2, 1. But what I do know is that we come to it each time, and we get better and stronger at it each time we do it. So go ahead and ground into that other foot. Flex into it. 3, 2, 1, and we'll go ahead and do that other side. Flex that foot. Nice job. All right, so I want you to see if your foot can face forward. Notice if you've got some internal rotation here, kind of trying to facilitate this lift. Flex into the foot, face the feet forward. Beautiful. That's it. Nice job. Good. That's it. Almost there. Ooh, I'm going to take a little micro break here. That glute's getting a whole heck of a lot of work here. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Holy moly, that was great. Awesome work. All right, let's take that band above the thighs here. We're going to get into our sunbirds, okay? All right, down to the floor. Please make sure you got something underneath your knees so it feels a bit softer. When I'm up at my cottage and our basement area has hard floors, my mat is certainly not enough of a support, so it feels super uncomfortable on my knees. And I want you to make sure that your knees are comfortable. All right, tall in that all fours position. All right, nice and long, shoulders pull back, core pulls in, way into that left knee, flex into that right, and we're gonna kick it up. And then halfway down and then lift. Keep that angle. Don't change that positioning of the knee or that angle of the hip to knee and ankle joint. Nice job. Halfway down, all the way up. Beautiful. All right, keep it going. I just realized we did 45 seconds on each side. So you know what? I was supposed to do 30. That's what happens to my brain on Wednesdays. I just kind of forget things. Beautiful. Stay with me. Good. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Nice job. Excellent. Fantastic. All right. Let's get ready for that other side. Nice and tall. Flex into that left foot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Halfway down. Lower. Lift. So what I bring up north when I go to the cottage and I teach from there, I bring my really thick mat with me because it has a little extra padding. They're not expensive. They're like $25 or something like that. And honestly, it makes a world of difference. My yoga mat, although great, just not soft enough, especially if I'm up against that hardwood flooring. So definitely a good investment if you've got a hard floor at home. Good. Keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Give your glutes a little break. Press back onto your heels. Whew, beautiful. All right, team, let's take those legs forward. We're going to come onto our sits bones. We're going to go ahead and do our bridge. So we're going to flow through our bridge. We have the option to flow with those knee openers, or we have an option simply flowing up and down into our bridges. So no stress either way. You choose what works best for you. Maybe you want to do a little hybrid version. So feet, knees, and ankles nicely aligned. Hands are going to rest at the side. We're going to engage through the glutes, press into the heels. We're going to lift. If you want to open, close, lower halfway, or lower all the way. Whatever you need, just explore that. Fantastic. Nice work. Beautiful. That's it. You got it. Beautiful. All right, about 15 seconds out. That's it. You've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead, set that sacrum down. Excellent work. Beautiful. All right, let's pull our knees in towards our chest, giving ourselves a little hug here. So take a moment here to kind of shift your sacrum side to side, kind of create a little bit of that lengthening of the low back here, pulling the knees in, just give that low back a little stretch. Then we're going to go into our single leg stretch here. So we're going to take that right leg long, hold that left knee in. Then we're going to switch. And then we're going to switch. Beautiful. Now I'm using my hands as a little guide here to kind of pull that knee in. As I extend that opposite leg, kind of pull and stretch. Good. Nice job. Stay with me here. Pull that muscle, those knees in. Use that core. Beautiful. Next, we're going to take those hands behind the head in 3, 2, 1. And then lift up. Find that flexion. So we're going to lift, pull the knees in. Right away, giving that neck and the head an opportunity to kind of rest here as you're pulling in that knee, as you're lifted into that kind of flexion, gazes between the knees. There you go. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Set your feet down. Excellent. Keep your hands behind your head. Beautiful. First round, we stayed with our feet down to the floor. Second round, if you'd like to take your knees up to 90, you're absolutely welcome to do so. So let's go ahead. You choose what version you want. We're going into regular crunches here. 3, 2, 1, lift and lower. Nice and steady pace here. Try to peel yourself up without straining through the neck. Nice job. You've got it. That's it. Keep going. 15 more seconds. Excellent. You've got it. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent work. Beautiful. Fantastic. Excellent. All right, next, we're going to be doing our chest lifts with rotations, working the obliques here. So option 1, keep your feet down. You can rotate, pull the knee in, alternating sides. Other options to bring the legs up to 90 degrees and do a full bicycle. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, same idea as that single leg stretch. You've got that pull of the knee in towards your core. Chest is open, chest towards thigh, thigh towards chest. Nice big rotations, 15 seconds in. Breathe here. 20 seconds. Come on. You've got this. Looking great. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Woo! Nice job, everyone. Fantastic work. Excellent. Before we come into our extension, let's go ahead and take our strap off. And we're going to come onto our tummy, because from there, we're going to go right into some stretching. So let's go ahead and just take that band off, and let's roll onto our tummy. Now, from here, we're going to go ahead and do our Swan dive prep, which is a Pilates kind of one of the Pilates exercises. And then what we'll do is midway through, if you want to, you can absolutely go ahead and just experiment with a little bit of lift with the hands and the upper body. So you can experiment with that if you want to take it or not. It's up to you. It's a little bit more intensity on the back of the body. All right, shoulders, shoulders are wide into that W goalpost position. Shoulders back and down. Make sure those traps are engaged. Abs are pulled in. Glutes are turned on. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep your feet down. Also, I can't tell you enough. Find your own range here. Extension, you want to ease into it. You also want to think about growing tall as you lift that heart space forward and up. Belly button pulls in, glutes are on. Beautiful. Keep going. Good. Now, 2 options. You can stay here, put a little SF pressure into the hands, a little more work into the back of the body, or if you'd like to, come down and you're just going to lift and lower and lower. So here, it's all your back muscles, all those muscles along the spine that are facilitating this extension. You still got those shoulder blades pulled back. You still got the core glute in and glutes turned on. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Nice job. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and stack our hands. Find your crocodile pose here. So hands are stacked on top of one another. Elbows are wide. Just you're kind of like lying down on your tummy here, but your forehead is resting on top of the hands here. From here, shift your pelvis side to side, kind of giving yourself a little swaying motion to kind of loosen up through the low back. Relax the shoulders. Let's kind of find a little bit of flow here. Just kind of letting loose here in that low back. Excellent. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and come back through center. And we're going to slide the hands to the side, press our hands into the floor, press our hips back. Let's go ahead and find a child's pose. So knees wide, big toes together, press your hands into the floor, lengthen the low back, relax the shoulders, relax the heart space. If you have access to bring the forehead down to the floor, if that feels accessible to you, go ahead and do it. If not, just kind of create a little tower of fists with your hands so that your forehead can rest on top of your hands and you're not straining that neck or the hips or the back here. Good. Now I want you to take a couple of deep breaths to the low back, breathing into the back of the body, and let your heart space soften as you exhale. kind of giving those hips a little opening, giving the low back a nice little kind of little bit of TLC here. Beautiful. Now, when you're ready, let's go ahead and we're going to shift ourselves forward into an all fours position. Coming back into tabletop here. Let's just do a couple of cat-cows here just to kind of create a little mobilization through the spine. So inhale, tilt the pelvis, open up the heart. Exhale, pull the belly in, round through the spine, drop the gaze between the knees. Inhale, arch, open the chest. Exhale, pull the belly in. Good. Breathing and flowing here. Good. Give me 2 more. Good. And last one. Excellent work. Make your way back into tabletop. Now, you can transition however you'd like to. I'm going to go through a downward dog. We're going to make our way into a forward fold. So curl your toes under, press your hips up if you want to do a downward dog kind of transition. Walk your hands towards your feet. You're going to make your way right into that forward fold here. Now here you might want to bend your knees a little bit. You're going to let your head dangle towards the floor. Relax the shoulders. Shake your head no. Good. And shake your head yes. Release that neck. Try to let yourself really hang here. Fantastic. Now, let your head just hang for a moment. Let the crown of the head reach down towards the floor. We're going to bend the knees deeply, rounded through the spine, pulling through the core. Restack the vertebrae as we come all the way to a standing position. Do it nice and slow, nice and steady. And come all the way up. Fantastic. Now, wherever you're at right now, we're going to take a nice step forward with that right foot. We're going to find ourselves in a lunge position to open up the hip here. So the intention here is more of a stretch to open the hip here. So press down through that back heel, lengthen through the spine. Just deepen into that front knee just so that you've got that opening of the left hip. Nice. Great, David. Beautiful. So when we look at our body, it's always thinking of like a really well-built house. We want the knees, hips, ankles to be aligned. We want our upper body to be nice and kind of erect and tall. So always think about, where's my body in space? Is my hip rotated? Can my hip bones be facing forward so that I've got nice headlights on my hip bones? So thinking, making sure you don't have a hip tilted to one side or back. So nice and ground, press into that left heel, open up the hip. Beautiful. Now from here, go ahead and press into that right foot, set that left foot forward, take that right foot back. Same thing on the other side. Range of motion could be different, but again, really establish that beautiful building of the body. Keep the core slightly lifted, again, just to keep that back nice and supported. Beautiful. Nice job. Come back through center. Fantastic. Excellent work. All right, we're going to go into our quad stretch. Right hand, right foot. Grab hold of the foot. Make sure the knees are aligned. Place a hand on a wall if you need it. Knees are aligned. Knees are not here, but down here. And if you had to look at your body from the side, you'd see that they were aligned with one another as well. If your knee is here, you're not going to get into the quad. And if your body's here, again, you're not going to get into it as much as you could. Beautiful. Swim that right leg, release it forward, kickstand it, hips come back, toes come up. Going to give the hamstrings a little stretch here, back is long. Beautiful. Press into that left leg, lengthen your spine. Go ahead, let's do the other side. Left hand, left foot, knees align. Excellent work. Go ahead, swing that left leg forward, kickstand it, bend into that right knee. So what I always do is I never never weigh into that lengthened leg because it just puts a lot of pressure on the joints. So try to keep that hand right at the top of that thigh. It's going to be more effective and not so much pressure on the joints. Beautiful. Come on up, nice and tall. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do a little side bend here. So right arm reaches, shoulder drops, lengthen out to the left side. Let that left arm kind of drift down to the side of your body, opening up the rib cage here, anchoring into that right hip. Beautiful. Swim that right arm all the way over to the right side. Left arm reaches, and then lean over. Fantastic. Come back through center. Beautiful. Swim both arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Shoulders roll back and down. Open up the heart. Give the shoulders a little stretch here too. Beautiful. Release the arms. Swim them forward. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms away. Drop the chin one last time. Beautiful. Lift the gaze, release the arms, shake it off. We're going to go ahead and do our inhale and exhale to close today off. Let's go ahead, breathe in, bend the knees, sweep the arms. Palms pressed together. Exhale to your heart center. And make sure you give yourself a round of applause. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, get those workouts in. Make sure you take care of yourself during this holiday season. From my heart to yours, thank you so much. And I'll see you again, hopefully this week. Bye, everyone.